What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Leprosy by Death, released in 1988. This is their second studio album, the second studio album by legendary progressive death metal band Death. And they weren't always progressive. Actually, this is the first album where they started introducing more progressive elements, as their first album in 1986, Scream Bloody Gore, is your more basic, run-of-the-mill, old-school death metal albums, and that's because it was one of the first death metal albums ever. So, I mean, what could you really expect? But with the release of Leprosy 2 years later, they decided that they're not just gonna be this basic death metal band. I mean, they could have just stuck like that, and people probably would have been fine with it. They still probably would have been very popular. But I love the direction that they took with the more progressive elements that they added into Leprosy. They get even more proggy down the road. This is still one of their least progressive albums, but it's still a big step up in musicianship and just overall technicality from the first album. It's also quite a bit less raw, which was one of my favorite things about the first one, but I don't think it affects the album too much because more technical albums, I prefer for them to have better production anyways. So yeah, let's just get into the band members that were in the band at this time. Chuck Schuldiner, the GOAT, on vocals, guitar, and apparently he also played bass, but he doesn't have credits for it in the album. I got this off Wikipedia. They could be lying to me. But Rick Ross we have on guitar, and then we have Bill Andrews on drums. So, 3-person lineup, very solid stuff going on there. Yeah, this was... Actually, I already said everything I need to say, so let's get into the tracks. Track number 1 here, we've got Leprosy, the title track. This is an amazing intro, one of my biggest standouts on the album, and this is just a 6-minute pure death metal banger. And the song actually focuses on the disease, leprosy, and the kind of horrors of having it. Basically, if you don't know, leprosy is like a chronic infection that your body just kind of deteriorates over time and there's no cure for it. So, sounds like a really scary thing, and I just think this is a very interesting topic for a death metal song. There's also a really great riff on this, and just overall this is a fire song. Me Bumbo. Track number 2, we've got Born Dead, another really good song. There are multiple, distinct guitar parts in between all the verses of this song, which I really like. Kind of makes the song structure like a sandwich. Some of my favorite ones, the solo after verse 2 on this song is really good. And there's a really cool riff after verse 1, which just explodes into these drums and this great high-pitched scream from Chuck Schuldiner. He is one of my favorite death metal vocalists, without a doubt. His high-pitched screams with his, deeper growls, just so good. Really good song. Track number 3, Forgotten Past. This song starts with a more rhythmic section before picking up tempo mid-song with this great bridge section, and I really like the bass line on this song. So, yeah, not too crazy. That's not one of my favorite tracks, but there's no misses on this album. It's all really solid stuff. Track number 4, Left to Die. Really great riff at the start with some nice progression on it that goes throughout the whole song. And some great slower tempo. Oh yeah, great slower... What the fuck? Well, I was saying some straight hoopla on this. I don't even know. great slower tempo solo section. That's just a mouthful. I don't even know what I wrote on this. But there's a part on the song where he's like, "This is your last day on this fucking earth." And then it gets into this like really slowed down tempo section with a nice guitar riff. I think that's what I was trying to write on here, but it's some straight hoopla. Yeah, really solid song. Really like that one. Fifth track, Pull the Plug. This is like maybe in like the top 10 most important death metal songs of all time. Like, Pull the Plug is essential, and this is a banger. Great riffs and melodies all over. One of the best hooks from Death, you know. Why don't you pull the plug? That shit is hard, bro, you know. Let me pass away. And then really amazing solo on here too. Without a doubt my favorite song on the album. 10 out of 10. Banger. This is essential. Track number 6, Open Casket. This is another just classic death metal song, and it's about an open casket burial, as you could probably assume. And it's also about how you can't change the past or like predict death, which I don't know, I just think it's like, I mean, it's true, you know? Death is a scary thing. You never know when it's gonna come. You never know how it's gonna happen. And I think they explore those themes really well in this song. And also amazing delivery on Open Casket. Right? Really like that song. Track number 7 on here, Primitive Ways. This song is about cannibals eating people and just the primitive like way of killing people for survival, you know, and eating them. It's a great song, but overall, it's the weakest on the album for me. It's not even really weak. It's just like, comparatively, it's the least memorable on here. Like I said before, I think all the songs on here are great, but yeah, this one just does not stick out to me as much. And then the final song on here, track number 8, Choke on It. Very underrated song. This is like one of the least popular on the album, but it has a really great catchy hook and a great riff. And the song is a metaphor for the loss of freedom, you know? He talks about like choking on, you know, his tongue or whatever. And it's just about like being suffocated from your right of freedom and stuff like that. So, yeah, that is the album. Really amazing stuff. This is a classic. Like, if you haven't heard this and if you haven't heard this, you're clearly just now getting into death metal. And you need to listen to this because it's literally amazing. Like I said, it's in my top 3 death albums for sure. Personally, it's number 1. I don't think they did anything better. They came close, but I think this is overall their best. And yeah, just really solid stuff. Definitely check this out. My top 5 songs on here. Number 1, definitely Pull the Plug. I mean, it's just such an amazing song. Number 2, Open Casket. Number 3, the title track, Leprosy. Really good. Number 4, I would have to say Born Dead. I really like the themes in that song, and like I said, the structure, it's like a sandwich, and I just really like it. And number 5, I'll give it to Choke on It, because I think it's a very underrated song. So, yeah, that's my top 5. Pull the Plug, Open Casket, Leprosy, Born Dead, Choke on It. All bangers. And I'm gonna have to give this album like a high 9. Like, this is like a 9.1 like a 9.8, genuinely. I do not like giving out 10s because I don't think there's any album that is like perfect, but this is like really close to perfect. No misses, all great songs. It's pretty much a 10. I'm just giving it a high 9 because I'm picky, I guess. But yeah, definitely go check this album out. And if you made it this far, definitely let me know if there's any albums you would want me to check out. Let me know if there's any things I can improve on with my reviewing or whatever like that. And yeah, just have a great rest of your day. Later. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.